Hey guys, today's episode is brought to you by my new lash line. It's called Hot Gal Lashes, and we have an amazing selection of luxury lashes. We have mink 3D lashes, faux mink lashes, and silk lashes. And we also have a carnival collection because you guys know I love my carnival. I have lipsticks and I'm doing liners and eye makeup, accessories. So it's basically a one-stop shop for lashes, lids, and lips. So please check out my new line. It's at www.shopbentbeauty.com and follow me on the gram at Hot Gal Lashes. So that's HOTGYALLASHES. And I'll give you 10% off your first order. Use the code HOT10, HOT10. That's for 10% off your first order. Thanks for your support, guys.
Welcome to Oh Hell No with Nicole.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Oh Hell No podcast. Today I have Sheneka Adams. She is a beauty blogger and entrepreneur. Hi Sheneka, thank you for being on the Oh Hell No podcast.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes. So I was on Instagram and I saw some posts where you were posting things about, I want to say beauty, some things about surgeries or, surgeries that didn't go so well or what looks good, what's not good. Things like that, like very informative information. And that's what captured my attention. And I just had to get to know this woman who was putting out, positive information for women. So today I want to talk to you about, who you are and what you're doing and your passions and your purpose. So the first thing I'd like to ask you is tell us 3 things that you're passionate about.
Life, my business, and family.
Okay.
Those are 3 things I'm passionate about.
Love it. So as a young person coming up, what did you think that you would be when you grew up? Did you have anything that you fantasized about?
In all actuality, I wanted to be a forensic scientist. That's what I was going to go to school to do. But then I discovered the beautiful world of urban modeling, and I decided to take that path. And I'm actually glad I did because I have been rewarded a lot of great opportunities.
Wow. So did you discover that before you started school, or were you in school, or how did that transpire?
No, I didn't go to school. I just made the decision to take a different path in life, and that's pretty much how it happened. So, and it
Wow.
worked out for me, so I'm very blessed for that.
So when did you make the decision that you wanted to lose weight and transform your body? Do you remember if there was something you saw or experienced that set this whole transformation into motion?
Um, it was just looking in the mirror and not being happy with what I saw. I wasn't always that size. I've always been pretty small, but I think a lot of people forgot that.
Yeah, I
And
honestly didn't think that when you were like, "Oh, I need to lose weight," or "I'm losing weight," or whatever. I was like, "But she's not
Mm-mm.
big." Like you weren't,
Well,
obese
I
or
was
anything.
over because of my height. I'm only 5'2".
Mm,
I was overweight for my height, and I just didn't like the way that I looked. I mean, to me, I just couldn't find out where my waist from my ass was, and that's not me body shaming people, but to me, I just was not happy. So I decided to figure out how I could fix this, and I didn't want to spend forever how long in a gym trying to do it. So I discovered plastic surgery.
okay.
Not that I didn't know about it. I just didn't explore it as much as I did when I finally made the decision to do it. But the decision was solely based on how I felt about myself, not how anyone else felt or anything like that. And that's very important when you decide to do something like that, because ultimately you're putting your life in the hands of someone else, to perform a surgery that most people would think, oh, well, you could just go to the gym. But, it's to each its own.
Right. Absolutely. So,
Hmm.
so what was the first thing that you did with regard to your transformation?
Well, the first thing is diet. And I lost weight before I actually went and got the surgery. Um, I stress that all the time because a lot of people seem to be confused and they like to be confused. I'm not sure, but people seem to think that you can go and do all this stuff and you don't have to keep up with a diet and work out, and you do. That's
Mm-hmm.
actually the most important thing, and they'll all tell you that. So you can go and do the work, but you still have to stay committed to a diet or it's just like a waste of money.
Right. Absolutely. So, why
Mhm.
did you decide to document this personal journey? Because that's when I first discovered you. I think it was like right after you did the surgery.
Well, when you are on a platform such as Instagram and
Mm-hmm.
everybody knows you, it's kind of hard to keep things a secret. So I just decided to share it because, for one, I'm not ashamed. I already had my beauty blog. And secondly, I just didn't want anyone else to try to put it out there and, do malicious things, because while I was getting the surgery, I actually wasn't going to talk about it. But while I was there were some girls there that were being very malicious, trying to take pictures and stuff, and how petty people are. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna talk about it. That way y'all can't say anything. And it's pretty stupid that you have to do that. But I'm actually glad that I did,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel much better. I stand in my truth. I'm not ashamed of it. But you know, sometimes you don't get to make those choices. So I just went ahead and decided to share it and to encourage others that it's okay. Like, it doesn't mean that you're insecure or you hate yourself or any of those things that society tries to push on people because they want to fix things they're not happy with. Like, if you don't like it, then that's fine. So, but don't try to bash people because they decided they want to do that.
So you, how long had you had your beauty blog before you actually decided to do this?
I actually started the beauty blog when I got the surgery because I didn't have it before because I didn't want to put all of that on my personal page
Oh, well,
because
oh, okay. So you had a
of my
personal
business.
page where it was like well known, and people, because you said people were like trying to take pictures of you or just being extra nosy. So do you think that's because of your personal page that you had up? Was that already like a well known page?
Well, yeah, my page that I use for everything, my main page, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, mhm.
Okay, so that's why I got it.
Uh-huh.
So okay, back to your transformation. So the first thing you did was you did a diet. So you lost some weight before you decided to have the surgery. And when you decided, okay, what surgeries you were going to have, did you decide that you were going to have them all at once, or did you do a couple of things at, like, how did you do it?
Well, I only had two surgeries. I only have done my breast and liposuction, and I did them at separate times, but in the same year.
Okay.
Um, Only because it's a little difficult to do both at the same time. But those are like the only two surgeries that I've had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you look amazing, and I love your breast. I'm like a breast person. I always wish that I would have gotten my boobs done probably when I was younger, because now I feel like I'm older and now I'm just so scared. But your body looks amazing.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So you only did the two procedures.
Mhm.
What what took the longest to heal, or what was the most painful? So that's two questions. What was the most painful, and what took the longest to heal of the two procedures?
Honestly, none of it was painful to me. It was just uncomfortable because I
Mm.
have a very high pain tolerance, but that depends on the person because everyone is different. The procedure that took the longest to heal was definitely the liposuction. It took about a year to fully heal. Yeah, so I'll say the liposuction.
Wow.
If done properly. I know a lot of people do it and within months they're not wearing garments and stuff, and then they wonder why they have to go back, or their results don't come out as well as they want them to because they're not taking care of themselves properly.
Yeah,
So that's one of
absolutely.
the things.
And that's another thing, like people think this is like a quick fix, and like you said before, that you don't have to continue to work out and
Mm-hmm.
keep up with your stuff. You really do. It's like you spend all this money, you want to keep it
Yeah.
going. It's so dumb. So
Like that, and I don't know why people just want to continue to dump trash down their throat anyway, but I
right.
can't tell people what to eat. I can only encourage, which is what I try to do, but you know,
Yeah.
people still want to do what they like because they want to believe what they want to believe. But
So, with
yeah,
that being said, why did you decide to educate people on different procedures and, as well as your beauty stuff? Because I see that you put a lot of useful information out there, which is amazing because, there is a show called Botched, because I think a lot of people don't really know what they're doing when they decide to, do these things to their body. So, what prompted that for you?
when I started the page, I didn't expect to do all that, but I mean, it has a great response and people are really interested. And, if there's anything that I can do to try to help people or educate them in any way, why not? I mean, it doesn't make any sense for a person to hold knowledge and not share it with other people to make them better. And my page isn't just about, plastic surgery and beauty. It's a whole plethora of different things, to
Yeah.
try to uplift people, to inspire people, to help people. So it's just real rounded into a whole bunch of things that all come together as one. And I mean, I'm happy that I did it. I mean, it has a great response. Of course, you deal with negativity as well. There's nothing you can do about that. I just block them and keep it going. But most of it is positive, and I feel great because that means that I'm doing something to help people. So even if one or two people take something from it, that's one or two people that I was able to inspire, and that's good enough for me.
Yeah, I think it's great. How should one go about looking for a plastic surgeon? What advice would you give to someone?
Just researching. I would also recommend maybe if you're going out of the country to get a consultant. Don't try to do everything on your own. So yeah, just
Okay.
research,
Yeah.
research, research, research. That's super, super important because you got to know what you're dealing with and who you're dealing with. And I mean, ultimately, like I said in the beginning, you're trusting this person with your life. They're putting you under anesthesia, which could go awfully wrong. We've seen many cases of that, which I've documented on my page. I mean, all kinds of things could go wrong. So I'm just happy that all of my procedures went great and I'm happy with my results, but that's not always the case. So people just have to research and be educated. But even sometimes really good doctors make mistakes. I just always hope for the best and I just try to educate people as much as I can because people are just very misinformed.
Mm-hmm.
They're misinformed
Yeah.
about a lot of things and they're led a lot by society and things they read on blogs and stuff that's not true. And that's what they think a lot of things are, and it's not. So I just try to spread the truth about all this stuff. What I know to be the truth, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you sacrifice to maintain your beauty regimen? Because you look amazing, like I said before. So, do you feel like there's anything that you sacrifice to keep everything going? Because for everybody,
Hmm.
just maintaining your diet and, like you said, eating properly. I know a lot of people are going vegan or vegetarian. So, what do you sacrifice to, just make sure that you're healthy and you look great?
Diet. Diet is number one thing that's most important to me. Once you regulate your diet, uh, I mean, your weight and everything else will pretty much stay the same
Mm-hmm.
or, function on its own. So, like I said, everything is about diet. If whatever you put inside of your body, that's going to be the outcome. So, it's just like smoking cigarettes. You smoke them and then eventually you'll get black lungs and probably eventually die from that. Or if you continue to eat sodas and do all this terrible stuff, you're wondering why you don't feel well or why you can't lose weight. It's because of the things that you're eating. And I didn't realize how important that was until I did it and disciplined myself and watched the weight fall off. And I barely exercised as hard as I did, but it will fall right off if you feed your body the right things that it needs.
Miss,
That's important.
do you miss anything? that you used to eat that you cut?
Probably cheese. Yeah, I definitely miss cheese because I used to eat cheese on everything. And then, like I said, I would eat it and then I would get sick after and just say, oh, well, it's just gas or this or that. When in all actuality, it was just making me sick because I
Yeah.
can't eat it. But I miss cheese.
And what do you splurge on in terms of like, my cheat day? Or do you have a cheat day?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I still enjoy lots of things. Like, I don't eat ice cream, but I'll eat sorbet.
Mm-hmm.
It's non-dairy. Or I'll drink like lemonade or something. I just don't drink sodas. Or I'll still do stuff. I just don't overindulge. And that's the problem. It's when every day, if you're eating crappy food like McDonald's and all the bad stuff that we like every single day, and you're not eating anything else, then that's what the problem is. But if you want to indulge in something, listen, I say do it. So I'm not telling people to completely just go eat leaves. You can do what you want. But it's just when you overindulge, that's when the problem occurs. So just try to space it out and maybe make like a Saturday your day where you're like, okay, well, if you're a person that eats cheese, then I'll have pizza on Saturday only. I won't eat pizza any other day, or I'll have ice cream on Saturday. So if you can do it that way and monitor it that way, then you'll be all right.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I know that you're happy with how you look. Do you think you'll have anything else done in terms of like surgeries or anything like that? Or you feel like you're good?
If I do, I'll announce it on my page, but as of now, I don't have anything else in mind. I'm pretty happy with everything that I've done and the way that I look now. So, yeah.
Cool. So, why do you think society has become so obsessed with looking a certain way and just, getting things done? Like, when you look online, we have to admit that a lot of girls look the same. They kind of have like this Kardashian look. Like the straight hair, the long hair, the dark hair, the very light skin, the small tiny waist, the big butt. Like, why do you think that everybody's so obsessed with this kind of look?
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, because you
I
don't look
I
anything
really
like that. Just to make it clear, people, she does not look like that. So I don't want
um
people to get it
yeah,
twisted.
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. I always aspire to be different.
Yes.
I don't really try to follow the crowd. And I really don't know. I can't really answer for anybody else. I can really only answer for myself. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I see all of that too, of course.
Yeah.
And by all means, I can't sit here and put other people down for what they choose to want to do. But, I just didn't want to look like that. Like that's not anything for me. Not judging people, but I don't want to have an overly large butt and super huge boobs, and I just don't want to look like that because I mean, there's nothing really that's setting you apart, I guess. And if
Right.
you're not different, then what are you?
Right. I
But
agree.
if that's what you like, then I say go for it.
Right.
But
You like it, I
nah,
love
I
it.
like I like the way that I look, and people should just do what makes them happy. But I don't know. It seems like a trend, though.
Yeah, it seems like a trend, and I'm wondering if it will ever end. Will end.
I don't know. I mean, shit. I don't know. I think maybe it's just what's forced in everyone's faces so much. I mean, it is all that you see, and I don't think that's on accident either. Can't really explain it too much deeper, but I don't know. I feel like social media, in a sense, makes a lot of people feel insecure about their own life because all you see on social media is wonderful, beautiful things. No one's really posting about the real stuff that's going on. They're not going to do that. So
Hmm.
if all you see is this glamorous stuff and then you look at your life and you hate it, I mean, that's going to make a lot of people insecure.
Yeah,
And you shouldn't be, because you shouldn't look at anybody's life and feel insecure because you have no idea what in the world is really going on. So,
I agree.
yeah.
Definitely. So I'm gonna play a little game with you. It's called the Oh Hell No, Oh Hell Yes game. So I'm gonna say some procedures, and I want you to tell me Oh Hell No or Oh Hell Yes in terms of if they're things that you think is good,
Okay.
or. So booty implants, are those an oh hell no or an oh hell yes?
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of botched and they don't seem to work out very well.
No, I'm okay with the breast implants, but I don't know about
The booty implants.
yeah, because I mean, just I don't know. I just don't know how I feel about like sitting. I don't know. I just feel weird about it.
Yeah, it does.
But no.
It seems a little weird. Booty fat transfers. Oh hell no, oh hell yes.
Oh hell yes.
Okay. Botox.
Oh hell yes.
Does that really help with sweating?
Um, I don't know. I've only tried it like a little on my forehead for wrinkles, and it works for that. But I haven't tried it anywhere else to
Hmm.
know if it does or not.
Lip fillers. Oh hell no or oh hell yes.
Oh hell yes.
Okay. And going out of the country for plastic surgery.
Oh hell yes.
Okay. And like you said, to do that, you should get a consultant.
Yes, I especially when you're going into these foreign countries, yes. And if you don't speak the language, of course, most of the surgeries are taking places in places like Colombia and DR and places like that. So if you don't speak the language, then you should definitely have a consultant.
Yes. So let's talk about Shanika, the entrepreneur. So I know that you also have like a hair business.
Yeah, I have a hair extensions company, S. Adams Collection.
Yes. So tell us about some struggles that you have faced as an entrepreneur and just building your brand and building your business. And then tell us some positive things about being an entrepreneur and, building your brand and your business.
I really don't like to talk about negative things. I'm very big on vibrations and only putting the positive out there. And see, the thing about business is, I know people like to say, well, what's the negative and what's the positive? I look at it all as a positive thing. Success in owning a business and keeping it going I've had my business for 6 years now. It's not easy. It is a lot of hard work, a lot of sleepless nights. When you lose money and you're dealing with disputes and, filing taxes and all those small little things that you don't think about or know about. Of course, all those things are stressful, but it's definitely made me a better person in terms of how to manage money,
Mm-hmm.
how to have patience, how to deal with people better, and just educating myself on a lot of things that I never would have known. I mean, it overall, I feel, has made me a complete better person. And I appreciate all of that. I appreciate my business and I really love what I do. And if you don't really love what you do, then I don't feel like it could ever be successful. I mean, I am hair extensions and beauty and makeup and surgery, all that stuff that I talk about in posts. I'm very passionate about those things. And I think that comes through with everything that I do. So people will support that if they know that you're 100% passionate about what you're doing and they'll feel safe enough to give you their money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
hmm
tell us something that you have learned um, through the course of, having a business that has served you well that you always reference.
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Tell us something, share something with us that you have learned from, just being an entrepreneur, transforming your life and doing something positive for yourself that makes you feel good. Share something with us from that experience that serves you today, like that maybe it's something that happened and you learned something from it and you always refer back to it. You make a mental note of it.
Well, the thing I guess I would say is you have to staying on top of everything and educating yourself and always questioning everything you're told. I know that's a mistake that I made, putting everything in the hands of one person and just believing that, and that could end up bad for you. So even if you don't understand something, and which a lot of people love to use that excuse, well, I don't understand or I don't know. Well, you have a cell phone. You're on it all day to be on Instagram and doing every other useless thing. You can get on there and study as if you were in school to understand this stuff. And even that took a lot of discipline because I hadn't been in school and studied in so long. So to actually sit down and really read and study these things so that I can understand it, so that I'm not being taken advantage of, is very important. And especially as a woman, hardly we're ever respected with business anyway. So it's very important as a woman, if you are inspiring to be an entrepreneur, that you know what you're talking about and you're up on
Mm-hmm.
everything so that no one can take advantage of you, because people will try to do that.
Yes.
So again, I think it's just taught me a lot of responsibility and a lot of patience, and how to deal with people better and how to be alert. And I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate all that.
Yep. It's a part of
Hmm.
growth. So, what do you want to accomplish in the near future with your business? Where else do you want to go in terms of, growing your brand?
Well, there's so many things I want to do. I definitely want to continue to grow S. Adams, because not only do I just sell hair extensions, but I also do a lot of things behind the scenes that I don't always broadcast, like making wigs for cancer patients and different things like that. I definitely want to continue doing that, because that definitely warms my heart when I'm able to help make someone else's life a little better, even if it's just giving them a wig.
Mm-hmm.
But that definitely makes me feel so much better. I also want to continue growing my beauty blog and maybe turn that into something big, like some type of women empowerment something. I'm not completely sure. I'm figuring it out, but I definitely want to do that, because like I said, I like helping people. So I want to be able to turn that into just a good place for women.
Yeah, I definitely think.
Information, like, there's just so much stuff that we don't know, and we're being misinformed about a lot of things. So I just want to try to continue to educate people as much as I can. And that's where I'm headed.
I love it. I think you can definitely do that.
Thank you.
So, do you feel like you are living a purpose driven life?
I absolutely do. Absolutely.
That's amazing. All right. So, on the Oh Hell No podcast, I always ask my guests to share an Oh Hell No moment with us. I know that you said you don't like to think about the negative things or whatever, but for me, I think that Oh Hell No moments are moments that happen in our life throughout our journey. They don't stop anything. If anything, we learn from those moments and we move forward. So I just always like for my guests to share a moment. And an oh hell no moment could be a positive thing too. I had someone share an oh hell no moment that he sold a business unexpectedly, and the money that they offered him, he would have never imagined he would have gotten for that
Hmm.
business, and he was like, oh hell no, I can't believe these people are giving me this money.
Yeah.
So it could be a positive thing or a negative thing. It could be a personal experience or a professional experience.
Trying to think. Good. Oh, hell no moment.
Did anyone ever try to take advantage of you in a situation, or you went and you were like, oh hell no, this is not going down?
Well, of course, like even in business. Well, I guess I could use that in business when, you have customers that will try to order with from you and try to, do fraud or scams. And I'm always just like, oh, hell no, because I'm not going to allow people to take advantage of me. And lots of people like to try and do that with small business owners. It's like they don't respect it. But people like that disgust me, because I never ever think to take from anyone. If I can't afford it or whatever, I'm not going to go take it from you. Unfortunately, we have people like that that think that's okay. So, yes, always an oh hell no moment for me.
Yeah, I had a no hell no moment like that. I ordered some nail polish from someone online, and I didn't do my research, and I was waiting for my nail polish, and it never came. And I kept emailing the company, and they kept sending me this generic email like, oh, your order is on the way. We cannot control the delivery, but just wait another week. And I got tired of getting that email, and I decided to Google the company, and it was a whole bunch of people complaining of the same exact thing.
Hmm.
So that was definitely an oh hell no moment for me. Like, yo, these people are scamming people.
Uh-huh.
So that's
And,
crazy.
unfortunately, I hate when that happens. I'm just going to say it, especially as a black business owner.
Yeah.
It's already bad enough. We have to deal with so much. A lot of people don't respect us, and even in our own community, I'm just going to say it, they don't respect a lot of us. And I mean, it's all a number of things, but it is very unfortunate when you have business owners that do stuff like that. I mean, what is the point in doing that to take people's money? It's not fair, and it does have a negative reflection on a lot of people because people just that's just how people are. I can't really account for that, but it does, and it's unfortunate because there's people like me who are honest.
Mm-hmm.
I would never take someone's money and not send them their products. If anything is wrong, I definitely try my best to fix it and correct it. I just don't practice unfair business practices, and I'm just not an unfair person. But it's unfortunate that's happened to a lot of people, and I see it all the time.
Yeah.
And
really
it's not fair. I mean, people work hard for their money.
Yes.
We all do.
Exactly.
So no one has the right to think they can come and take that from you, and it's not fair.
I know, and I would never think that it happens on your end too. Where people.
Oh yes, believe me, it does. And I am not the only one. I talk to other business owners that have hair businesses as well as other businesses, and yes, of course they do. I mean, think about major companies like, let's say, a Walmart, for instance. Every time someone goes in there and steals from them, as much as people want to say what they want to say, oh, it's such a huge company and blah, 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 and whatever. But what gives you the right to think you can walk into someone's establishment and take something? I don't care what the circumstances are.
Yeah.
What gives you a right to think you can do that, or to steal, or to take someone's money and not send them their product? That's not right.
It's insane. People are really out of their minds. I'm just like,
yeah.
We just got to pray. Stay prayed up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do.
Well, it was such a pleasure talking to you, Sheneka. Please tell everyone where they can visit your blog, follow you on Instagram, and keep up with all things Sheneka Adams.
Thank you very much. I had a great time talking to you too.
No problem. Tell us your handles, your Instagram handles, and are you on Facebook? I mean, I don't know, Twitter, or your website?
Well, you can follow me on Instagram, Sheneka.Adams, at Sheneka.Adams. And my beauty blog is at Simply Sheneka. And of course, my hair extensions company is sadamscollection.com.
Awesome.